Welcome friends to the fifth dimensional healing activation. My name is Makai Miracle and I'm the co-creator of Accelerated Light Healing. I'm super excited to play with you today. These energies, the 5D, when we combine the 5D energies with the Accelerated Light Healing energies, magic happens, transformation happens, and I'm really excited to bring you this super boost to the next level of your ascension process. So today we're going to journey to the fifth dimension. So you're going to be able to directly experience what it feels like and what it's like to be an Ascended Master. You're going to connect with the Ascended Masters for healing and guidance. You're going to start living as an infinite being in oneness. Yay. Yes. So I'm going to tell you more about me, what we're going to be doing, a little bit about Accelerated Light Healing, and we're going to go on this amazing journey today into the fifth dimension. What I'd like to do to get started is just take about 5 minutes, get our energies connected, and get the healing energies running. I invite you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths, let them out with sound. Yeah, allow that sound to draw you deep into your body. One more. Beautiful. Now just continue deeply breathing and open yourself up to receive. Beautiful friends, how you feeling? Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. Ah. And do that 2 more times. Once more. Yeah. And if you could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? See, peaceful, blissful, love and gratitude. Yay. Tingling palms. All right. More grounded, enlivened. Yes. That's what I like to hear. I feel my body vibrate. It is a pleasant sensation. Yeah. Opened up. All right. Yay, beautiful friends. Well, again, welcome to the 5th dimensional healing activation. My name is Makai Miracle, and I'm the co-creator of a system of healing called Accelerated Light Healing. Accelerated Light Healing is a system of healing to clear out blocks, clear out everything in the way of you having, and then having everything you want and desire in your life, and then creating everything that you want and desire in your life. Do that through a number of different ways. Accelerated Light Healing has 3 components. We have the intuitive counseling component, where we can clear out limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions like that. I'm going to teach you how to do that in a little while, and you'll be able to do it for yourself for the rest of your life. We also have the energy healing component, which I've been running on you since before the live stream started. We'll continue throughout the entire live stream. And then the third component of Accelerated Light Healing is the energetic activations, where the healing energies ramp up really high, and you're probably going to bliss out, and you may even fall asleep, but you're not actually falling asleep. It's just that the energies are so high and you're going to such a super high conscious place that the only way for you to receive them is for your body to turn your mind off. And we'll be doing that during the second part of the live stream. Feeling amazing and so blissful. Yay. All right. So the 5th dimension. 5th dimension is it's the realm of infinite love and infinite now. So in the 1st through the 4th dimensions, time exists. It is a factor. But at the 5th dimensional level and higher, time is no factor. You can exist and go to any point in time. And so when we call it the infinite now, it's like you are existing as eternity, as the whole span of time, past, present, and future. You're also existing as infinite, because you are an infinite being, and that's your natural state. And we get to experience that during the activation today. And the more and more we spend time in the 5th dimensional realms and the 5th dimensional energies and or higher, the more we embody that and bring it into the earth plane. So we start transforming everything around us, everyone around us, and we start living more and more from that space, from that lifestyle, which is very different from what we've experienced on earth in the past. Living at a 5th dimensional lifestyle, which we could also call an ascended lifestyle. Some people may call it enlightened. I think ascended is a little bit more accurate. Noni asks, can we jump from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension? Yes, totally. You won't spend when we talk about ascending, we're not going to ascend to the fourth dimension and then the fifth dimension. That's just not how it works, because the fourth dimension is not actually a realm of existence. It's a realm of imagery. It's an imagery screen, imagery field that light from the fifth dimensional and fifth dimension and higher project into. And so it's a record of everything past, present, and future. And it's also an imagery screen that the higher dimensions use to create manifestation templates that are projected onto the earth plane. So it's not actually a plane where you would exist. It's also known as the astral plane. So going from the third dimension, ascending directly into the fifth dimension. That being said, at that point that you're at the fifth dimension, you will embody the space of the fourth dimension. Just like if you consider us to quote unquote be in the third dimension right now, we are embodying, three dimensions. And the scientific definitions of the first three dimensions would be length, width, and height. And if we were going to use that as the definition, we would be embodying all of that right now. So when we go up to the fifth dimension, that would mean we're also embodying the fifth dimension and the fourth dimension and the first three dimensions. Now, from a spiritual energetic perspective, the first, second, and third dimensions are not length, width, and height. But that's for another class. Welcome, Eileen from Redondo Beach. Joseph says he took a class with somebody that said time is the and the teacher said time is the fourth dimension, and she almost kicked him out for disagreeing with her on that. Yes. Good work, Joseph. And for it, again, in science, again, length, width, and height to the first three dimensions, science would say time would be the fourth dimension. But from a spiritual energetic perspective, fourth dimension is the astral plane. Do you think that if more people ascended to the fifth dimension, we could affect this current pandemic situation? Well, totally. Of course. But if you're living in the fifth dimension, you wouldn't be affected by the pandemic regardless. You'd be observing it from a neutral standpoint and then allowing the energy to shift on its own. You may infuse a little energy to direct it in a different direction, but you don't get sick at the fifth dimensional level or higher, because at the fifth dimensional level, you're living in a place of complete non-resistance, or as I like to say, allowance of everything to exist from a place of neutrality. You're not judging anything as right or wrong, good or bad, evil or good. You're seeing everything as it is and allowing it all to exist, and then choose to create and manifest what you want your life to be and feel like. So that's my ascended answer. On a more practical level, the more and more people that access their ascension energies and their light, the more and more truth will come out about what's going on with the world pandemic situation, and healing will occur. So I invite you to not worry too much about the pandemic. Because if you're on this live stream, you're vibrating at a level of light that is super high and far beyond most people's consciousness on this planet. And all right, well, since this is where this is going, let's talk about this. So we'll come back to that topic in a moment. Ascension, living at the fifth dimensional realm and higher, as I said, is a place that's beyond judgment. You're not creating stories about things. You're not saying anything is good or bad or right or wrong. You're just in complete neutrality and infinite love. Because the fifth dimension is the realm of infinite love, which you are, and that's your natural state. And that's what it takes to be at a fifth dimensional level as your natural vibrating frequency, is complete neutrality about everything. How do we do that? Well, we clear out our limiting beliefs and our heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions. And we have a tool in accelerated light healing to do that. I'll share that with you in a moment. When you experience an emotional charge or an emotional reaction, to anything, or you are go into your mind and start functioning from belief systems rather than your awareness, you are limiting your awareness. You are taking yourself out of awareness, and you are starting to base your choices based on past experiences. And this doesn't always allow you to make the most expansive choices for you. Think about a time that maybe you got really angry and you said something to somebody that you really wish you wouldn't have. You know, your emotional charges they'll take you out of your infinite awareness because you're locked into a old trauma that you're reliving. Maybe just for a split second, but you are going through that time because a part of you is locked back at that moment in time. And that's all way too dense for the fifth dimension. Fifth dimensional is a level that is much lighter than what's been previously experienced on the earth plane. And so you can't take those emotional charges with you. You can't take your limiting beliefs with you, because at that level, you have to be in a place of infinite receiving. Now, the thing is, you already are an infinite being. You are oneness. You are infinite consciousness. You've just been pretending not to be. And the only way to separate yourself from any energy or anything else in all of infinite consciousness is to judge it, is to make it good or bad, right or wrong, mean or vicious, and creating it as separate from you. which is just an illusion. It's not true. Nothing is actually separate from you. Now, that doesn't mean that the things that right now you consider to be bad and wrong don't exist. However, instead of like calculating if they're good or bad, right or wrong, it's more of a place from an ascended level. It's looking from a place of infinite and experiencing these things as, are they in harmony with all of infinite consciousness, or are they not in harmony with all of infinite consciousness? And everything you see out there is a projection of what's inside of you, what you're embodying, because infinite and our reality is created holographically. And what that means is, if you have a hologram, this is a hologram. If you cut out just a part of the hologram and take it over here and look at it, that whole hologram, that whole picture will still be in this little piece that's over here. And so everything you embody, if you hate something, that's going to be projected out into the world, and you're going to see something that is out of alignment or not in harmony with infinite. If you judge something, whatever it is, war, death, lying, anything that you judge as bad, you're actually creating density, you're creating energy blockages in yourself, which will, create illness. And that also projects outwards and creates energy blockages in the world. You'll also realize them as energy blockages in your home, the principles of feng shui. But when we come back to a place of neutrality, we can be in our awareness rather than our calculating mind. We can be in our awareness. Really see everything for what it is, how it is, and then choose to create our lives from that place. And what I mean by that is, okay, so we're infinite beings. We're one with everything. When we come to a place of neutrality around something big, let's say war. Well, I know there's places on the earth where right now people are doing war. And I don't judge that as a wrongness. That's just a choice that people are making. But do I desire to choose to be a part of that? No, I'm not going to go over to the war. I'm not going to fight in the war. I'm going to choose to create a joyful, blissful life where I am. And knowing that radiating my bliss, my joy, my ecstasy, and awareness out into the world, that will ripple out and start transforming everything. The best thing you can do for the world is to be happy. Experience as much joy, bliss, pleasure, and ecstasy in every moment as possible. Are you on board? Does that sound good? So here's one of the ways we get there. We have to clear out our limiting beliefs and our heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions. So we're not tied to the past. We're not tied to old emotions that no longer serve us. We're not feeling heavy in our body because of energy blockages. We're not feeling sick because of energy blockages. We get to be in that blissful, ecstatic state. Your natural state is infinite bliss. So in accelerated light healing, we have a tool to help with this, and it's called Rich, and it's our clearing tool. Use it to clear out limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions like that. So Rich stands for release, integrate, clear, and harmonize. What we're doing with that is we're releasing and clearing all the heavy, dense, stuck energies of thoughts, feelings, emotions, lies, stories, limitations, judgments, and conclusions. Releasing and clearing them from your physical body, releasing and clearing them from your energy bodies. Boom, so they're gone and you're no longer affected by them. And the I stands for integrates. We're integrating parts and pieces of you either pushed away, that flew away, that you may have lost or you denied whenever you experienced trauma, this lifetime and the other lifetime of reality. We're bringing those soul parts back, integrating them into you now, so you have access to more of you. Shamans call that slow retrieval. We do have longer slow retrieval processes in accelerated light healing, but this is a really quick way to bring those soul parts back. You're also integrating any awarenesses that you're unwilling to be aware of whenever you experience trauma this lifetime or another lifetime in reality, because you are an infinite being, and as an infinite being, you're infinitely aware of everything, past, present, and future. If you're willing to be that aware, you'd probably never step into a traumatic situation knowingly. Probably never get in your car and drive to the grocery store if you knew you were going to get in a car accident. But why does that happen? Well, it's these places that we're unwilling to be aware that we start going into our mind, because we want to avoid the trauma or the pain that we've experienced in the past. So we start calculating the best possible options in our mind rather than functioning from our awareness, which can always tell us where to be, what to do, what to say, what to choose, and what to create in every moment. So infinite consciousness is infinitely expanding. And you as an infinite being are infinitely expanding also. Except what happens is you're infinitely expanding, 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 and then boom, you come up against the wall. That shows up as some form of resistance, some uncomfortable experience in your life. But all this wall is an illusion that you created, and infinite consciousness is trying to show you that, hey, this isn't real. This is just energy that is locked in place, kind of solidified, and you could, when you release it back into the infinite flow of infinite, you're going to be able to just move past that and go back into more in harmony with infinite consciousness. And so infinite consciousness is still infinite expanding. It's pulling you through this perceived wall that you have here. And it's going to do its best to get your attention in the easiest way possible that you created this wall and what it is that you need to release or heal. So the first time it tries to get your attention, it's going to be like a little feather light touch on the face. Hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, then it's going to be a little tap on the face. Hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, it's going to be like a slap in the face. Hey, you should get this. And if you don't get it, it's going to be like a punch in the face. Hey, you should get this. And it's going to keep getting more and more and more and more and more and more intense until you get it. So that's what the integrate function does, is it integrates those awarenesses now into you that you're unwilling to be aware of before, so you don't have to keep repeating the patterns of your life over and over and over and over to get them. You just instantly get them. And then the H in Rich stands for harmonize. So we're harmonizing all that energetic bodies and physical body to vibrate at that new higher level instantly and effortlessly. When I started out with energy healing 16 years ago, my teacher was like, you're going to healing, you're going to feel amazing, you're going to bliss out, then you're gonna get sick for 3 days while your physical body catches up to your new spiritual vibration. It's like, I don't want to get sick for 3 days. Why would I want to go get a healing if I'm just going to get sick afterwards? But that's where we were at in consciousness back then. Where we are now is we're at a much higher level of consciousness that we can just quantumly, instantly jump to that next, quantumly jump your physical body to match your new higher spiritual vibration. So you don't have to get sick. You don't have to have a healing crisis after receiving a healing. All right, so that's Rich, and I know I went over that really fast. If you want more information on that, there's an article and a video on my website, beingjoy123.com/rich. Don't worry about it right now because all you need to know is Rich is for clearing. That's all you need to know for it to work. And this is how it works. So let's see. Let's just do a big one here. So everything holding you back from easily and joyfully ascending, Rich. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and just notice what you're experiencing. Yeah, that was a big one. I'm just going to share one more tool with you. I'm going to run it and then I'll explain it. Reality reset. Again, just take a deep breath in, notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. Yeah, if you give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? Reality reset literally resets all of reality. It resets all the molecules and energetic pathways in your body, all the molecules and energetic pathways you can see, all the molecules and energetic pathways and all of infinite consciousness. So reality stops creating itself from everything you cleared and released with Rich. It starts creating itself from everything you integrated and harmonized with Rich. The change happens really, 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 really fast. Michelle says, feeling heat. Kat says, tingling. Kara says, yes, feeling very great, filled with joy. Yay. There's more. Wild, subtle energy. Heat also. Yeah. All right. So that's the clearing tool. Rich is for clearing. Reality reset resets all of reality. That's all you need to know for the tools to work. All right, we have more questions. Nikki says, does it take time for the body to adjust to ascension? Well, I suppose it depends on the path that you take to get there. There's lots of paths to ascension. You know, you can take the accelerated light healing approach, which you're doing today. You can take the yogic approach, the tantric approach, the hermetic approach. You can take other energy healing systems approaches to get there. And what I would say with all of that is that if you remember, as I was just saying, a rich tool, the H, is harmonize. And what that means is we can allow the body to make that quantum jump up to the next, to match the new spiritual vibration that you're embodying. And that's why people rarely ever get sick from accelerated light healing. I can remember 2 times that people reported getting sick out of the hundreds of thousands of people that I've worked with over the last 8 years. Excuse me, 8 years. And that's because we have that harmonized function in accelerated light healing. So it doesn't need to take the body time to adjust to ascension. What happens is when you receive these high vibrational energies, like you're going to today in the activation when we journey to the 5th dimensional realm, you're receiving all these energies and raising your vibration to an entirely new level. And then when we harmonize at that new level, you just continue existing at that level as your natural state. You don't need to roller coaster back down and up and down and up to get there. You're just going to be harmonized, stable at that new level that you reach. All right. Love all these questions. Asia asks, to be in the 5th dimension, do we have to clear all the negative emotions and beliefs that we carry with us from the past? I'll answer that in 2 ways. To fully be at the 5th dimensional level for the rest of eternity, yes. And to access the 5th dimension and be there for spans of time, no, absolutely not. You experience the 5th dimension in your life more than once, probably a lot. Anytime you're in the timeless space, where time just ceases to exist, you're in fifth dimensional awareness. So maybe it's a time where you're experiencing an accelerated light healing activation or another form of energy healing. Maybe it's a time when you've been doing something creative, like playing music, doing art. You're in the timeless space. Maybe it's when you're connecting with a lover. Maybe it's when you're out in nature. So experiencing the 5th dimension, it's definitely possible and does happen, even when you still have stuck emotions and limiting beliefs. And because of those stuck emotions and limiting beliefs, you can only exist there for a certain amount of time before you come back to the 3rd dimensional awareness. Smaya says, I've not gotten sick for the last year. My feeling is that I've rediscovered my mastery and we came here at this time to raise the energy. Yeah, that's what happens. Once you reach a certain level of consciousness and a certain level of awareness, you just stop getting sick, because at the seed moment when you would start creating an illness, because just because you have a limiting belief or a stuck emotion, and those things create blockages in your energy field, that doesn't mean you get sick right away in your physical body, because a limiting belief or stuck emotion starts in the mental emotional bodies, and that steps down into the energetic bodies as an energy block, and then that steps down into the physical body. But it takes time for that to step down into the physical body. And how much time depends on the intensity of the energy around that situation. Once you get to a certain level of awareness, and once you've cleared out enough of your limiting beliefs and your stuck emotions, you don't get sick anymore, because you cleared out so much of the unconsciousness around the things that were creating illness and disease for you in the past. And when you get to that seed moment when those blockages would start stepping down into your physical body, you will have the awareness to instantly recognize them, and then you can clear them out or release them so you aren't affected by them. So you keep having this awareness of, oh, okay, I have this limiting belief. Oh, I have this emotional charge around a situation that happened when I was in school, when I was 6. And then you rich it. And then you just go back to that new higher level instantly. Someone put in a question about Christ in the chat box. I'm not going to answer that question specifically, but all the Ascended Masters, they live in the 5th dimensional realm. Christ, Lady Nada, or she was known here, Mary Magdalene, Kathumi, Babaji, Elmoira, Melchizedek, Saint Germain, Lady Portia, all these Ascended Masters, they all live in the 5th dimension. Now, at one time, they had to come to a 3rd dimensional planet to achieve their mastery. Most of them came to the Earth plane. Some were in other places, like Mascalanto, but most of them, Buddha, another one, Lord Buddha, they came to the 3rd dimensional Earth plane to achieve their mastery, to remember from a physical standpoint how to fully exist in 5D. Because when you do it that way, you get to take your physical body with you. And Ascended Masters can change shape. They can change their body as easily as you or I change our clothes. That's one of the gifts of being at a 5th dimensional level. And so, yes, all the Ascended Masters that you connect with, that you hear talked about, they all live in the 5th dimensional level or higher, for that matter. All right, any other questions? These have all been great questions. It covered most of what I was going to share today already. So coming back to neutrality, that's where we kind of started a little while ago. When you move beyond the places seeing everything is right or wrong, or good and bad, everything just is. And that's a very peaceful place to live from. You don't have to worry, is that right? Is that wrong? What's that person going to think of me if I do this, or if I say this, or if I wear this? You don't have to be judging other people like, oh, they're wearing that. That's weird. A lot of that we learned a long time ago because we needed it to survive. If somebody was, so different from the tribe that they were living in that it was creating some sort of problem for the tribe, or in later times, some sort of problem for the people who were in charge of the tribe or in charge of the city, you would be expelled from that tribe or expelled from that city. And then you'd have a pretty hard time surviving because you'd be alone, alone in the wilderness. And so you learn these calculation systems of, okay, that person's really weird. I can't associate with them. I can't believe like them because they're going to get kicked out. And if I'm with them, then they're going to kick me out too. It's one of the origins of judgment. And so how we get past that is by riching everything that we judge. And I wish I could tell you I could do that in one big fair swoop, but it takes a little bit more specificity to address that. We can't really just say everything you judge rich, although I wish that was possible. But if you take the time and the energy to actually rich all your thoughts, feelings, emotions as they come up in the moment, you'll notice that after a while, you pretty much stop having thoughts. You stop being in judgment. You stop being in automatic reaction, and you start functioning from a place of centered awareness, centered peace. And instead of reacting to situations, you become aware of what's happening. You become aware of what choice will create the greatest expansion for you in that moment. So what I mean by this is I used to rich myself 200 to 300 times a day when we first channeled this tool. Vandana Aura and I channeled accelerated light healing and the rich clearing tool almost 9 years ago now. And like I said, I used to clear myself 200 to 300 times a day because I didn't want to be at the mercy of my thoughts, of my automatic reactions, of my judgments anymore. So anytime I would have a thought, feeling, or emotion, I would rich it. I'm walking down the street, I'm like, okay, that person over there looks weird. All right, everywhere I think that person looks weird, rich. Reality reset. Oh, that was really stupid, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Everywhere I think that was really stupid and I shouldn't have done that, rich. Everything that would come into my mind, I would rich. I give it a reality reset. Because I didn't want that mental chatter controlling my life anymore. I didn't want those automatic responses and those places of me acting unconsciously or from an unconscious space to be what was the directing force of my life. I wanted my awareness to be the directing force of my life. And so my invitation to you is that anytime you have a thought, feeling, or emotion that is less than blissful, come into your awareness, rich it. All you have to say is everything I've decided about blank, rich. Everything that allows me to be affected by blank, rich. If you can't even identify the thing, just say everything that is rich. Well, with your attention addressing whatever that is. You can also do everything that makes me everything that's making me tired right now, rich. It doesn't always work, but it works a good deal of the time. Try it out. And then you'll want to add a reality reset to the end of it. And that's not required. It clears out once you run the rich tool, but you'll realize that you'll notice that if you run a bunch of rich clearings in succession without running reality reset, after a while you may start to feel a little slower, a little sluggish. So you just run reality reset and boom, back to that light vibration. think I answered that question. I think so. Tony asks, how can I stop making judgments because it seems to be just an automatic reaction? Just like I said, anytime you find yourself judging someone or something or yourself, you just rich it. Everywhere I've decided blank, rich. Everything that makes me think blank, rich. Reality reset. You just do it over and over and over and over and over again until it stops happening. Eileen says, how do we connect more our mind to our heart? Same thing. Clear out your thoughts. Thoughts do not function from a place of infinite love. They function from a place of calculation. Your awareness functions from a place of infinite love. And so not functioning from your mind, you're automatically more connected with your heart because you're functioning from your awareness. So, back to the big topic that we maybe started on a while ago. We were talking about the pandemic, and somebody asked if, as more and more people awaken to their ascended nature, will that change things for everybody? And the answer is yes. And that also starts with you. It's coming to a place of neutrality around the whole situation. And I mean all aspects of the situation. So the illness itself, people dying, vaccinations, masks, people who are in control, whether you consider that to be the government or shadow governments or the 1%, we're not going to debate any of that today. That's not what this class is about. But all these things you've decided and judged about the pandemic, all the aspects, it's important to be neutral about all of them. Because that is what's going to change it. Once you get that blocked and stuck energy out of you, it allows the blocked and stuck energy to flow in the earth so it can move all of that out and come back into a place of greater harmony. People have died from this disease. People are going to die from this disease. It's just how it is. You having an emotional charge around that is actually making it worse and locking it into place. Come into a place of neutrality where you can just be neutral with it and be infinite love. And realize that the people who are dying from the disease actually made that choice. You have this perception that these things have been made to happen to these people. And while on some level that's true, on a energetic level, these people have a resonance that says, hey, I don't want to be on this planet anymore. I hate life. I don't like life for whatever reason it is. Some emotional trauma, maybe they hate working, or maybe they just don't like being in a body. Those deaths that are occurring, they are not one-sided. It's not the disease, or if people created that disease and placed it into the world, it's not those things happening to the people. The people are actually manifesting it themselves. And it's a two-way street. They're actually being drawn to each other due to the law of vibration, vibrational resonance. And so if you can get to a place of neutrality around that and realize, like, hey, people are making their own choices, and they have made their own choices, and you're not really aware of what that is, and the possibilities that that's what that person needs in that moment for their greatest expansion. Their life, their soul, their consciousness doesn't end at the point of death. It goes on to its next place where it needs to be for its next level of evolution. So that's bringing it from a more infinite perspective. Now, let's do some clearance around that, because I could feel some emotional energy coming up around that. Everything that just brought up for you, and everywhere you're unwilling to let any and all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everything you decided and feel about the pandemic, people dying, governments, or people in control, how they're responding to it, or if they created it or not, vaccines, masks, restrictions, etc. Everything, all that is, and everything you've experienced or decided about any and all of that, everywhere you're unwilling to let any and all of that go, and everywhere you locked any and all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Let's breathe with that for a moment. That was big. When you exist at a fifth dimensional level and you see people doing things like war or control or manipulation, or lying, or just making things harder than they needed to be, you're coming at a fifth dimensional level, you're at this place of infinite love. And note that I don't say unconditional love. You'll never hear me say the words unconditional love unless you're hearing me explain this concept. Unconditional love comes from a place of, in and of itself creates a place of judgment, because unconditional love means you have to judge who receives your unconditional love and who receives your conditional love, and what those conditions are, and you have to judge every part of that. So unconditional love has an opposite of conditional love. Infinite love has no opposite. It's just infinite. It just is. So at a fifth dimensional level, an ascended level, ascended masters, ascended beings, and you, when you are at a fifth dimensional level, when you're in a place beyond judgment, it's the same thing as you as an adult when you're looking at a child do something, making something harder for themselves than it is, or maybe they spill something, whatever it is. you don't look at that child and be like, wow, that's such a stupid, mean, dumb kid. They're wrong. You don't invalidate their existence. You just smile with love and help guide that child to an easier path if that's what's called for in that situation. And that's what the Ascended Masters do. They guide us to an easier path if we're open to the messages that they're giving to us in every moment. Are there any other questions? We're going to get into the activation very shortly. I just want to make sure that I touched on everybody's questions before we do that. And definitely stick around till the end. We're going to do an activation, and at the end of the call, we're going to do some more mega clearings. So it's still a lot more play to be had. So the last thing I wanted to talk about was being Ascended Master. And my definition of Ascended Master is a being that exists at the 5th dimensional level or higher. That has, so a being that has gone through an ascension process and exists at a 5th dimensional level or higher. An Ascended Master is able to see everything beyond the space of judgment. Everything is either in harmony with infinite consciousness or not in harmony with infinite consciousness. And that is one of the reasons Ascended Masters have such powerful healing abilities, because they just channel the energy from infinite consciousness and smooth out those places of disharmony into harmony. That's part of what energy healing is all about, is taking energy that is not in harmony with infinite consciousness and bringing it into a place of harmony. There's lots of ways to do that. And at that level, you also have access to things manifest a lot quicker when you're at a 5th dimensional level, because there's these certain gifts and abilities that exist that are actually your natural state. Instant manifestation being one of them. However, when you have limiting beliefs and stuck, heavy, dense, painful emotions, you having instant manifestation would be very dangerous. You get angry at someone and instant manifestation, you could burn their house down. Like, I just want that person out of my life. And universe responds, and oh, okay, we'll burn the house down. They'll die. They won't be in your life anymore. That's dangerous. That place of unconscious emotional reaction. But when you come from a place of neutrality, infinite peace, and infinite love, instantaneous manifestation is a gift, and it's an ability that you have. You can manifest things out of thin air. The Ascended Masters, they manifest amazing drinks that are nourishing to the body just out of thin air. And a lot of times they'll manifest amazing, beautiful cups to go along with them. Sacred geometry, crystals, etc. that the liquid comes in and that they can drink from for nourishment, because they have that ability of instantaneous manifestation. And it's a totally different way of being at that level. Because I could hear all your minds going, and they're like, well, they manifest a cup, and then what happens next time they need to drink? Do they manifest another cup, and then what happens to all the garbage? Everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked in, all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. I'm not going to try to consciously explain that to you. It's something that is definitely beyond my ability to explain. It's beyond words. And, you know, you're going to get this experience in just a few moments here when we go to the fifth dimension, to experience what it's like to live as an ascended master, what it's like to be like an ascended master, what it feels like. You get an infusion of fifth dimensional energies, which is going to raise your vibration, and you're going to connect with the ascended master and receive messages and guidance from this being for the next steps in your evolution. So I would like to do that now. Let's get into the activation. Oh. So I invite you to get comfortable. Just lay back in your chair, close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, really sink into wherever you're at. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Now what I'd like you to do is become aware of the energy that surrounds your body. Expand the energy out to the size of the room you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the building you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the city block you're on. Expand the energy out to the size of the city you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the state or province you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the country you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the entire planet. Now expand the energy out to the size of the solar system. Expand the energy out to the size of the galaxy. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe. Expand the energy out to the size of the universe of universes. Expand the energy all the way out to infinite consciousness. From here, just breathe. Energies are just coming in to raise your vibrations so you can receive the most out of this activation. All right, what I'd like you to do is see a door with the number 5 on it. Open the door, step into it. Yes. This is the 5th dimensional realm. Just breathe, experience these energies. Let these energies infuse, go into every part of your body and being. Now notice as an ascended master, beautiful, bright, glowing ascended master walks towards you, takes your hand, just starts leading you around. So I asked this ascended master, show me what your life is like. Show me what life is like here. Now, if you have a question you'd like to ask as Ascended Master, you can ask him now. Now, ask as Ascended Master, what do I need to know for the next steps in my evolution? All right, now this Ascended Master is going to whisper one word in your ear that will help you in this next part of your life. Just save all of that. This word has an energy that will infuse your entire body. Receive it. Will guide your next phase of your evolution, your ascension. All right, thank this Ascended Master in whatever way you would like. Yay. Now what I'd like you to do is find the door with the number 5 on it. Step out of the door. Yeah. Close it behind you. Beautiful friends. I'm going to enhance your connection to infinite source in the earth. Ah. Ah. What I'd like you to do now is breathe energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Do that 2 more times, energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Once more. I'd like you to breathe energy from infinite source into the top of your head, down your entire body, and out your feet into the earth. Do that 2 more times. Once more. I'd like you to breathe energy from the earth up to your feet, up your entire body, out your head, all the way up to infinite source. And do that 2 more times. Once more. There we go. And start to deepen the breath. When you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles, rest your body, squeeze your body a little, stretch out if you'd like. In your own time, you can come back to sitting and open your eyes. Beautiful, friends. How you feeling? Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. And do that 2 more times. That's hard. Yeah. Ah. If you could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? And says, it's wonderful. I'm tingly all over, especially my lower back. Yay. Says, I learned so much. All right. Kara says, I feel the flow of all that is fifth dimensional. Yeah. Kat says, otherworldly. Ah. Rachel says, it was beautiful. Thank you. Maya says, whole. Ha. Stick around. We're going to do some more mega clearance in just a few minutes. We're not done yet. Michelle says, relaxed. Christy says, when I was in 5D, it felt like the 3D world was in the background. I was aware of it, but not attached to it. Yes, totally. That's what happens. More and more you spend time in the higher dimensional realms, the more and more that becomes your natural way of being. And talking about spending more time in the higher dimensional realms, I was just really looking at how I can contribute to consciousness on this planet, to see how I can help us all ascend in a quicker, more easy way. Accelerated light healing is all about quick, easy, and super effective, and that's how I like to share these energies in these classes. So I put together a live stream series called Master and Heal with the 13 Dimensions. Would it be all right if I took a few minutes and shared that with you? Thank you. Just pulling it up here. Yes. So, would you like to learn what the 13 dimensions are and how to heal with them? Would you like to learn to have more joy and playfulness in your life? Would you like to learn to access galactic consciousness and infinite consciousness to receive guidance on your ascension path? And would you like to learn what your soul's life's purpose is? If so, come play with me in this 6-week live stream series, Master and Heal with the 13 Dimensions live streams. I have never gone so in depth into the 13 dimensions and sharing the information and deep into these activations before, as we're going to go in this this live stream series. I've talked about them before in other classes, but we're going to go deeper than ever before. So this is for you if you love energy healing, you want to easily access your spiritual gifts and abilities, you want to know your soul's life's purpose, you want to experience the higher dimensions, and you want to experience what it's like to live in galactic consciousness. You said yes to any of those. This is for you. So in this series, you're going to start living in infinite love. You're going to experience more joy and playfulness in your life. Step into infinite receiving. Remember why you came to this universe or your soul's life's purpose. Learn to master time. You're going to supercharge your manifestation abilities. Receive messages and guidance to help you easily ascend. You're going to enhance your grounding connection. Start living in 5D and above, and so much more. So each week we're going to do a 75-minute live stream. The first part of each live stream, you're going to learn about the dimensions we're talking about that week and their healing functions, the beings that oversee those realms, etc. And you're also going to receive accelerated light healing, clearings, and creations to help you access and be able to heal with the 13 dimensions. The second part of each class, you're going to receive an accelerated light healing activation, kind of like the one we did today, but we're going to go so much deeper and they're going to be a lot longer. So you can journey to the dimensions and receive the healing gifts from the first through 13 dimensions. When you receive these activations, you're going to massively enhance your grounding connection with the earth. And so inherently be in your body a lot more and a lot easier. You're going to open up to infinite receiving, connect with the fairy realms to restore the joy and the playfulness in your life. I love doing that. It's so fun, so magical. You're going to receive messages from both our galaxy and also infinite universes to guide you on your ascension journey. You're going to enhance your manifestation abilities, increase the amount of light you embody, and so much more. All right, so here's what you'll experience. Class number 1. We're going to do 3 in the first class, and then we're just going to do 2 dimensions at a time after that. So the first class is the first dimensional super grounding connection activation, second dimensional restoration of joy and playfulness activation, and third dimensional reality manifestation supercharger activation. So you're going to deeply anchor your grounding connection with the earth. You're going to journey to the fairy realms to enhance the joy and playfulness in your life. You're going to supercharge your manifestation abilities. Class number 2 is 4th dimensional accessing galactic wisdom activation and 5th dimensional infinite love activation. So you're going to receive messages from the past, present, and future to guide your evolution. You're going to learn to see and experience everything as infinite love. And you're going to learn to get out of your own way and start easily, naturally, and joyfully receiving more. Class number 3 is the 6th dimensional Syrian pyramid light activation. Syrians are responsible for sacred geometry. And they have a deep connection with the pyramids in Egypt. So sixth dimensional Syrian pyramid light activation, and the seventh dimensional harmonics of source light activation. So you're going to increase the amount of light you embody to raise your vibration to a sixth dimensional level. You're going to learn how to naturally channel energy from the Great Pyramid with every breath that you take. You receive the harmonic energetic codes to align your energy body with infinite source. Class number 4 is eighth dimensional accessing galactic consciousness activation and ninth dimensional mastery of time activation. So you're going to start to see everything from a galactic perspective. You're going to receive messages from the entire galaxy to guide you on your evolution. And you'll learn to master time. Class number 5 is 10th dimensional wisdom from infinite universes activation and 11th dimensional divine feminine activation. So you're going to connect with the universe from the realm of infinite to guide you on your next steps in your evolution. You're going to remember why you are here in this universe, and you're going to open up to infinite receiving. Class number 6 is the 12th dimensional divine masculine activation and the 13th dimensional spiral connection activation. It's been a long time since I've publicly shared a 13th dimensional activation. I took some time off a number of years because I just wanted to experience it more and gain more firsthand knowledge and wisdom around the 13th dimension. So I was only sharing up to the 12th before, but in this series, we're going to go all the way up to the 13th. So you're going to remember what you are here to do in this universe. You're going to enhance your manifestation abilities to the level of infinite. And you're going to connect all the wisdom, light, and information from all the dimensions and anchor it into you. So there are going to be some super powerful classes here. And when you sign up today, you're also going to receive 2 bonus accelerated light healing activations. So bonus number 1 is the Christ consciousness activation video. So in this activation, you're going to learn to see the world the way Christ did. You're going to start to experience everything as oneness consciousness, and you're going to learn to heal the way Christ did. And you're going to do that because I'm going to tune you to the Christ healing energies. He gifted me these energies. He came to me for a class one time and said, hey, I want you to tune this class to the healing energies that I used when I was healing on your planet. I said, wow, okay, let's do it. So you're going to receive that attunement to the Christ healing energies and be able to use those healing energies on yourself and other people. And then bonus number 2, and that's $100 value. And bonus number 2 is 145th dimensional activation, MP3. And you're like, wow, 145 dimensions. Well, we're not going to go through each one of those separately. We're actually going to attune you to all of them at once. And this was actually channeling of Archangel Michael that I did. I channeled Archangel Michael when I was in Sedona a number of years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. I channeled Archangel Michael, and he's like, let's do this. Let's do 145 dimensions. Well, in the middle of the class, he's like, no, we got to double that. Let's go up to 288 dimensions. So, wow. So you're actually, it says have all the energies from the first through 145th dimensions activated within you. You're actually going to have all the energies from the first through 288th dimensions activated within you. So you can vibrate these high vibrational energies all the time, which accelerates your ascension experience and transforms everywhere you go and every person, everything you come across into a super high vibration. So that's a $55 value right there. You're going to get instant access to both of those bonuses when you sign up today. So to recap, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get 6 75-minute live streams with me, going through all the dimensions, clearings and creations. We're going to be doing the activations. You're going to learn about what all the dimensions are. It'll be an amazing experience. You're also going to receive lifetime access to the recordings of each video. You're going to receive MP3 audio downloads of each live stream. Then you're going to get those two bonuses. Bonus number 1, the Christ consciousness activation video. And bonus number 2, the 145th dimensional activation MP3. You're going to get instant access to both of those right away when you sign up. So, are you ready to experience healing with the 13 dimensions? If so, join us. Click the click here to register button below. It's only one payment of $333, which is $100 savings. Or I want to make it easy for you to come play, so you can do it in 2 monthly payments of $195, which is a $50 savings. Or I want to make it so everybody could attend, so there's also an option for 5 monthly payments of $88. Just click that click here to register button below and come play. And there's also a special bonus for the first 10 people to sign up for the live stream series. If you sign up by Sunday, August 15th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, you're going to get a 30-minute personal session with me. And that's a $150 value. We're going to connect over Zoom and really just work on whatever it is that you'd like. What is it that you would like to change in your life? Because we'll be able to quickly, one of my gifts is to really just quickly laser in on, like, I just become aware of whatever it is that you bring to me and help through your consciousness and my consciousness and my spirit guides and your spirit guides and our healing teams, really just zoom in on whatever it is that's holding you back, so we can clear that out and allow the floodgates of infinite energy and infinite manifestation to come into your life, so you can have everything you desire and have life be more amazing than you ever imagined possible. So if you're one of the first 10 people to sign up for the series by Sunday, August 15th at 11:59 p.m., you're going to get one of those sessions. We're going to do it over Zoom, so you can be anywhere in the world. You're going to receive a recording of that session, so you'll have that for the rest of your life. So it's going to be amazing. These sessions will sell out. They always do. So if you want your session, don't miss out and sign up today, because you deserve it. I just want to share one more thing about the live stream series, and then we're going to do some more mega clearings here. So people ask these questions a lot. I just want to go over them quickly. Will I be able to ask questions on the live streams? Yes, totally. If you join us live, you'll be able to chat in questions on the live stream. If you can't join us live, you can email me questions between the live streams. I'll answer them on the next live stream. Will you receive recordings of the live streams? Yes. You're going to receive the video recordings. You can get lifetime access to those. I post those within 24 hours of each live stream, usually within 2 or 3 hours of each live stream. And you're also going to get the MP3 audio downloads of each live stream. So you have those also. What if I can't join live? Still sign up, come and play. Receiving the healing energies from watching the recordings is just as effective as if you were joining live. So still come and play. And what do you need to join live streams? All you need is a computer or a smartphone with internet access. And we're going to be using Zoom. So if you have a computer, a smartphone, and internet, you're good to go. And somebody in the chat box asked, will you learn how to heal yourself and others? Yes, totally. As we go through these activations, you're going to learn how to access these dimensions yourself and be able to go to these dimensions to experience these energies, channel the energies of each of the dimensions, and use the healing functions of each dimension for yourself and others. And you'll also be able to bring other people to these dimensions and help them experience the healing functions of the dimensions, or you channel the healing energies from those dimensions to them. So there's lots of ways that you're going to learn to heal yourself and others in this series. So are you ready to master and heal with the 13 dimensions? If so, come and play. Click that click here to register button below and I'm super excited to go on this journey with you. Right. Yay. If you have any questions about the class, please feel free to put it in the chat box or send me an email. Anne says, I just signed up. Yay. Thank you, Anne. So I would like to end today by doing some more mega clearings. Really just catapult you into that next level of ascension. We've already gone super far today, way farther than I imagined us going. So I'm super excited. I always love to hear about the changes you experience. So please feel free to email me what you experience from the live stream. Michelle asked what days and times are the classes. They're on the page. You can check it out. Just scroll down. It's about 2/3 of the way down, next to a picture of me. So everything that you're resisting in your life and everything that causes you to resist setting your life, everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everything that doesn't allow you to experience more joy and bliss than you ever imagined possible in every moment of your life, everywhere you're unwilling to let any all that go, and everywhere you locked any and all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Oh, that one got me super, super buzzy. It made it hard for me to think of another one. Everywhere, everything that doesn't allow you to enjoy your experience on this planet, everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everything that doesn't allow your ascension process to be more easy and joyful than you ever imagined possible. Everywhere you're unwilling to letting all that go, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Yay, beautiful friends. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I had so much fun playing with you today. I look forward to playing with you again soon.